What's going on, everybody? This your boy live and direct in full effect after 832 with my homeboy. Live and direct after 256 making number one hits. And y'all already know how Jimmy J Smooth do. We wanted to do a live and direct video for the New Year's. Happy New Year's to all of you. Happy holidays to everybody else. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all ain't drink too much, smoke too much, or if you're an extreme drug addict, smoke too much or shoot up too much. I hope you ain't did one of the fucked up drugs in the game. You know, I prefer everybody not to do those type of drugs, but hey, motherfuckers sometimes feel like they gotta have a good time. I'm not mad at you. Just don't be walking around in them cement shoes like my boy Player Fly used to say.
Mm-hmm.
So without further ado, what we gonna talk about today, brother Craig?
What's going on, y'all? Well, big news, the big scoop of it, because let me go and promote my little thing. The first episode, let's draw on something. Episode 1 will have none other than this cat that I'm talking to now, his live. On the first episode, we talk about the 4 playoff games, which will happen tonight. And then we're gonna give our thoughts on who will win the national title game, and then also some other social issues. My second guess, I have not determined, but I am going to say the spoiler alert. It was going to be my father, but he passed away because he was going to be talking about some tools of the trade. So I'm going to have to find me another little second guess for that one. But other than that, I hope everyone will have a happy and prosperous new year of 2018. And I'm pretty sure everybody had a good Christmas because we all did. And shit. And let's just miss a couple of good football games on and stuff like that. So let's get this show on the road. As I spoiled on the sports talk, and I apologize, people. I'm inking something here in this book I'm doing. Well,
okay.
Color, keep my mind off the stress. Kind of ease off the stress a little bit. There's been 2 major head coaching firings in the NFL. Well, 3. One was Chuck Pagano, who I'm going to talk about in a minute, about what Jim Irsay did. John Fox was fired from the Bears. That was more Bears' fault, the Bears management than anything. And Jim Caldwell being fired from the Detroit Lions. That stick out like a sore thumb to me there, man, because what you were saying earlier, Jimmy, in the sports talk group on Facebook, you got to fault management. You have to fault management with that because they didn't give him nothing to work with.
I agree. I totally agree.
And also, let's be clear. Okay, in the 4 seasons that Jim Caldwell was there, he only had 2 winning seasons. Okay,
right.
He also, I'm gonna pull up, since my little thing is up on here. I'm gonna pull up what I said I typed it up. If this thing ever scroll down here on the messenger.
Yeah.
Okay. I said that Caldwell was his record against teams with winning records was 4-23.
Right.
He only won 4 games out of 27 games. He only won 4. He's 0-2 in the playoffs. And also, get this: in games in which that the Lions had the division title sold up, or a wild card, or even if they didn't win the division title, they still would have a first round bye at home sold up. 0-4.
Yeah, and that's crazy. But again, I fault the management for that shit because you got rid of the Dominic Sue. Now I know the Dominic Sue was the Dominic Sue. I know that motherfucker was a crazy cat shit player, but he was a good player. He was needed for that team, and I think they got rid of what was that? Nick Farley? Did they get rid of him too?
Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think they did, but if anybody got a live chat, look it up.
Let me. think they got that. They got rid of the. I think they got rid of him too, because I think he went to Cincinnati. Where is he playing? Defensive tackle, playing for the New Orleans Saints. So that didn't help him. That didn't help him none at all. They got rid of their two best players. I mean, what do you expect this black man to work with? I mean, let's keep it 1,010.
Mm-hmm.
When Caldwell took the job at Detroit, that was a setup for failure from the jump. Let's just keep it 1,010.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna go as far as saying this: when Jim Caldwell went 14-2 and took those guys to the Super Bowl that year,
yeah,
I believe, and I will always believe, Brother Peyton Manning had threw that fucking Super Bowl. There was no way. I don't give a fuck what you say about the New Orleans Saints, aka the New Orleans Aints. You know, the New Orleans Caints, however you wanna throw it out there. You know, I don't give a fuck how good you thought they asses was. They should not have beaten the Indianapolis Colts. Point blank, period, end of discussion. They should not have beaten them.
Yeah. So
hold on, let me. Yeah. What's popping, Zeke? What's popping, Elm City? What's popping and dropping, everybody? But no, the Colts should not have lost to the fucking Saints, aka the New Orleans Aints. They should not have lost to them. They were enough to win that Super Bowl. They should have blew their asses out. They were up 10 points. Asses was throwing that Super Bowl. And then he threw an interception where he had a guy wide open across the middle. Come on now. If you look at that play, Peyton Manning threw an interception. If I'm not mistaken, either Pierre Garçon or Reggie Wayne was wide open across the middle.
Pierre Garçon,
and he threw the ball to Reggie Wayne, and he threw a pick six for a touchdown. Now, at that time before last year, no quarterback had won a Super Bowl throwing a pick six. Tom Brady last year was the only quarterback in NFL history to win a Super Bowl after throwing a pick six.
Well, you call him Tom Shady.
Tom Shady, yes, Tom Shady. He will always be known as Tom Shady to me. The thing is, Peyton Manning do that Super Bowl. You had a guy wide open across the middle. That would have been a fucking touchdown. Because you got to think about it. The Saints was playing a 46.
Hey, don't that remind you of what Neil O'Donnell did in that Super Bowl against Dallas? Because I remember because Cordell Stewart started that man's place for the whole year because he was playing like shit. Got their ass to the Super Bowl, and then Bill Cowher gonna pull the trigger by putting Neil O'Donnell in. And everybody, and even Rod Woodson even said that if Cordell had started in that game, Pittsburgh would have won. Or if they had a loss, he said, or if they had a lost that Super Bowl with Cordell on the center, the score would have been closer to what it was. Neil O'Donnell, man, and ain't heard from this man since. You know,
exactly.
He gave that Super, and that's another motherfucker that gave that Super Bowl away.
Yeah, because and he threw 3 interceptions in that Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Because if had it not been for those 3 interceptions, Cowboys would have lost that Super Bowl easily. It would have been 17-0, 17-3 in that motherfucker. Because Pittsburgh defense, they had enough talent on offense to win the Super Bowl. They damn sure had enough good defensive players to win the Super Bowl. So it is what it is, man. Larry Brown basically won the Super Bowl for the fucking Cowboys.
And when you think about it, it really was Dallas' defense. When you think about it, it was Dallas' defense that won that Super Bowl because their offense wasn't. Even Troy Aikman said, he said, damn, I can't complete a pass against this defense. You can't. Right. The linebackers that they had, the linebackers that Pittsburgh had on their team, and then turned around the secondary. Come on, man. You ain't going to be able to pass. You wasn't going to be able to pass on.
No, you wasn't. You know, you had Rod Woodson, who was the second, who was like the other shutdown corner in NFL, just like Deion Sanders, before he moved to safety. I mean, dude. I mean, Rod Woodson. You talk about shutdown corners. He was up there with Deion Sanders in
Oh,
terms
hell
of
yeah.
shutdown corners because Rod Woodson had that track and field speed. Deion has track and field speed
man.
too, but he was a better whoop your ass at the line of scrimmage and ride you out type shutdown corner.
Yep.
You know, Rod Woodson can recover because he was a big track and field guy at Purdue. And like the only person I would say was faster than Rod Woodson was probably a Darrell Green because they raced one time and Darrell Green won the race. But a prime Rod Woodson was a bad motherfucker in terms of shutting the motherfucker down.
Yeah.
Darrell Green was known for running motherfuckers down. He wasn't a big cover corner, but he could run your ass down. If somebody was in the open field, Darrell Green, talking about the prime Darrell Green, not the 40-year-old Darrell Green, would run motherfuckers down. Anytime you run down fucking Eric Dickerson, who was fast in his own right. Eric Dickerson was hard to catch in the open field. But this nigga ran down. He was on the other side of the football field. And by the time Eric Dickerson got to the 20, fucking Darrell Green hulked his ass down. I've never seen no shit like that. We talking about the 2,000-yard prime Eric Dickerson.
Yeah.
But back to Rod Woodson. Rod Woodson was a bad motherfucker.
Your connection getting shitty.
Go ahead.
I was saying your connection starting to get shitty because you sound like dial-up when you was talking.
Okay, back to what I was saying though. Had scored like 2 game-winning interceptions or fumble returns on the Tennessee / Houston Oilers. You know what I'm saying? I think like in '94 he ran back like a pick six in overtime, and then he ran back a fumble in overtime. You know what I'm saying? So Rod Woodson, even though I didn't like the teams that he was on, I respected him as a player.
I ain't like when he went to Baltimore.
Man, what you said, I really hate them motherfuckers. And still do.
When he went to the Raiders with John Gruden. He played on that defense that could have went to the Super Bowl and beat the Rams. If it wasn't for the If it wasn't for the my bad, somebody called in. If it wasn't for the fuck rule.
Real talk, dog. Real fucking talk, dog. And he had a good season when he went to the Raiders. He had a damn good season then, man. Because I remember when Oakland played against Tennessee that year, and they put up 50 points on Tennessee. It was 50-17, 50-20, some shit like that. But they put up like 50 points on Tennessee in Oakland. And Rod Woodson had ran back like 2 touchdowns on Steve McNair. And that was something that every time Steve McNair played against Rod Woodson, he would get shaky against Rod Woodson. It was always a pick six or he would get a key interception to lose the game, man. I'm like, it was something about Rod Woodson. And I hated playing against him. But I respected him as a player, though. Real talk.
Yeah. And then when you're talking about Peyton Manning, it made me think back in that 2001 season, that famous rant when Jim Moore got on his ass. Yeah. Peyton was known to throw some fucking games. They had one in the bag, man. That game against Seattle, he threw 4 interceptions? He was mad as hell.
Yeah. In the fucking Ravens, there is no way the fucking Chocolate Ravens was supposed to beat the fucking Indianapolis, not Indianapolis, but fucking Broncos. They were them Ravens that year that won the Super Bowl against the 49ers was not supposed to beat them folks. I'm gonna just keep it 1,010. Nope. I mean,
hell, Seattle was supposed to won the Super Bowl when Peyton went. Cause I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you this. That first play, the first play when Denver had the ball, and then that motherfucker did that high snap. I turned this shit off. I said, "That's it." That's it.
But you know what beat them? Would beat the Colts? Would beat the I keep on saying the fucking Colts. You know what beat the motherfucking Denver Broncos? Was that defensive line of the Seattle. That Seattle front four was able to pressure even though they only got 2 sacks out the game, the whole game, they were able to cause disruption with Peyton Manning. And if you were able to cause some type of disruption, whether it's blitzing or your front four, but they didn't need to do no. Seattle didn't have to blitz because they had a good front four. So they disrupted Peyton Manning so effectively that he was throwing all types of wild ass passes, and then their secondary can cover in zone or in man coverage. So that was a major problem for Peyton Manning. So I don't know. I think they would have beat them either way because they had the number 1 defense in turnovers. They led in every major statistical category that year. So I think it would have been hard for them to beat them either way. You know what I'm saying? Because their defense was just that good. You know, so it is what it is. And right now, I think that they're going to bust that whole team up. Since they didn't make the playoffs, I think the Seattle's management / Cheat Carroll, as my boy Corey Wolf would call him, Cheat Carroll, I think Cheat Carroll is going to bust that whole team up. I got a funny feeling that they are.
See,
you know, and again,
he another motherfucker that lost my respect too, man.
Yeah.
When you didn't sign Colin Kaepernick and gave a little flimsy excuse, and then you refuse to give it the times for your offense, you still want to be a 67% run-based team. You know, and then you turn around, you got all these fucking weapons. Jimmy Walker, Jimmy Graham, Doug Baldwin, Jermaine Kearse, and all these other dudes. And that offense right there, that's more of a pass first, run later type offense, like what Mike Holmgren had. Now, Mike Holmgren was coaching. Man, Russell Wilson probably have about every year. That man will probably have about 3,000 or 4,000 yards passing, give or take. Doug Baldwin or Jermaine Kearse or Jimmy Graham will probably have about 1,000 yard seasons.
Yeah.
And whoever the running back is, that running back by committee bullshit that Pete Carroll was running, that wouldn't happen under Mike Holmgren. Mike Holmgren would have had a stud running back that probably would, if he couldn't even make it 1,000, if he didn't have 1,000 yards in the season, he'd probably have about like 800 or 900, which is good.
Yeah, I think.
But I always say about with every, all of Mike Holmgren's is when he was coaching, all his offenses had some good defenses through the years too.
Yeah. And I think with Cheat Carroll should have gotten running back. He should have been drafted a fucking running back. If they were going to get rid of Marshawn Lynch or allow him to retire, however
Marshawn Lynch got rid of himself.
So if Marshawn Lynch was going to retire, they should have had somebody that Marshawn Lynch could mentor that team ready. The problem with the Seattle Seahawks this year, and please note that I have not watched the NFL this year, period, point blank, end of discussion. But I saw the stat lines this year, and the stat lines show that Russell Wilson led the team in rushing and passing. That's a bad thing when your quarterback is leading the team in rushing and passing. Passing is understandable because he's a fucking quarterback. But when your quarterback is leading your team in rushing, that's a major problem because you're putting him in a position to get killed. You're putting him in a position to be another Michael Vick that couldn't stay healthy at all. And then for them to lose the way they lost against fucking the Rams and to the Arizona Cardinals, there's no excuse. With the type of quarterback Russell Wilson is, there's no excuse for Russell Wilson to lose the way he's been losing lately. Now, granted, they still had a winning season, 9-7. That's okay. But that's unacceptable for them to miss the playoffs the way they've been missing. You know what I'm saying? There's no fucking excuses for them to be missing the playoffs the way they are. And the management got to make a big move by getting them a running back. If they get a running game with them running that read option system, they will be a threat. Go ahead.
I tell Pete Carroll if I was his boss, look, I want to see. I got all them receivers on that team. Ain't no damn reason. I said I shouldn't have no. There should be no fucking reason why I'm not seeing the ball in the air more. Something got to change on offense. I'm gonna let them know. Look, I would love to have an offense that's more of a pass, that's more pass and run based instead of just run. But that's what I would. That's what I would have done. I would have just told him, man, hey, go ahead and come up with something. Go ahead and come up with something better. But And then when Marshawn Lynch, when he left, dude, he basically when he left, he basically told the ass, hey, look, y'all ain't gonna be shit without me. In a way, y'all ain't gonna be shit without me. He was right.
100% right. You know, granted that
He
dude
told him,
last.
man, look, you can't run the ball. Can't expect to be running the ball. Like I told him, you can't expect to be running the ball all the time on every damn down. You can't expect that.
Yeah. And the thing is, what is happening is the defense is keying in on Russell Wilson. You know, you know, knowing that, he doesn't have a running back. He doesn't have a running back. So, these defenses are preparing for him to run out the pocket, being that he doesn't have a running game. That's the major problem.
Right.
Now, last year, with the dude during the playoffs, he had a good game last year in the playoffs. But the thing is, that's just one instance right there. He needs a running back, a
Right.
fresh rookie running back. He needs a fresh rookie running back for that offense to flourish. The reason why they made it to those 2 Super Bowls and deep in the playoffs the
Because of
way they've been
Marshawn.
doing, because of Marshawn. And a read
And I know
without
the perfect running back is perfect for Seattle.
yeah, yeah.
YouTube this dude named Rashard Perry from San Diego State. This boy had 244 yards rushing against Army and 4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And he was the backup to the previous running back that basically had broke Marshall Faulk's record.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, you're talking about the guy that played against Army, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Is he coming out this year?
Well, but they're saying as a 9, no. He ain't coming out. But if he was, but if he's not coming out, I'm put like this. If he ain't coming out, if he's not coming out, then he's the running back to watch.
Yeah.
For next season.
But Seattle,
if he is, it's gonna be a lot of teams making a play for him.
They need to. I mean, if he's running for 200 yards against anybody, especially in the FCS, come on now. They need to. Somebody need to get him. Somebody need to get him. But I mean, with the way he's running, he needs to. What grade? What class he in? Freshman, sophomore, what?
I think he's a sophomore.
What's his name? Rashard Perry?
Mm-hmm. I think he's a sophomore. I don't know if he's a sophomore, junior, or whichever one. I'm mistaken.
I'm trying to look him up as we speak. San Diego. Hold on. This is crazy. As we speak, but nevertheless, man, somebody should go out there and get him, man. Shit.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
that was ass, I'm telling you.
Yeah. Rashard Penny. Okay, correct. Yeah.
Rashard Penny.
I'm off his hell, dog. Oh, Aztecs. He probably ran for like 2,000 yards, haven't he?
Mm-hmm.
Dude is doing it.
Shit. Wisconsin's running back broke Adrian Peters' freshman record against Miami.
No, he's actually Rashard Penny is a senior.
I thought his name was Perry. Yeah, Rashard Penny.
At Norwalk, California. He's a senior.
Okay.
One of the top kick returners. The damn thing for a minute.
Yeah, how many rushing yards he had this year?
Oh, I'm trying to let me go to ESPN because those are the more accurate. ESPN, one thing I can say, they a whole ass sports group, but They keep up with them stats. 2,240.
Disney, man.
Huh?
Them motherfuckers sold out to Disney. Fuck them.
Faggot asses. Don't get me started with Disney. Bunch of faggots over there at Disney. 2,248.
Hey, baby, don't talk about my employer.
Say what now? What you say? I couldn't hear you.
I was doing Dick Vitale. Hey, Jimmy, baby, don't talk about my employer like that.
Well, I love you, Dick, but I'm gonna have to get on their asses. But anyway, 2,248 yards, over 2,000 yards, 23 touchdowns. Seattle, if you don't get this guy, and he's still left over in the top, where are they drafted at right now?
They probably in the top 10.
Where's the draft?
I know Detroit in the top 10 now.
If you're in the top 10 in the draft and you don't make a play at Rashard Penny and he's still left after the first 10 picks, you need to be fired. I think they need to fire everybody on general management. Don't get the season started by getting your ass up out of there. NFL does the number one pick, man. Because it's only right. I'll just be honest with you. Number one pick is still going to the Cleveland Browns, the Giants, the Colts, the Browns.
The Browns got 2 picks.
Number 1 and number 4.
They still ain't gonna do shit with
it. The Broncos, aka the Prontos, the New York Pets, the Succaneers, the Chicago Care Bears is number 8.
Fast bastards.
I call them the Care Bears because they care too much about they care too much about their damn money. So we gonna lose. Care Bear countdown. 1. Don't get me started with you motherfuckers.
Man, them
man.
The Bears.
Hey,
I hate to interrupt you. Let me take this call right quick.
Okay. Well, yeah, them motherfuckers from the Chicago Bears organization need a complete ass whoop. Let's just keep it 1,010, dog. I mean, it is ridiculous. I'm not really watching the NFL like that this year. But I do keep up with certain stats and shit like that. So I'm one of the people that's protesting and shit like that. So it is what it is with me when it comes to that shit. So yeah, but yeah, man, I'd like to thank everybody for being on my live stream yesterday with the situation about Dr. Umar and Tariq. And I'd like to thank my boy Zeke as well as brother Willonomics 101. Go subscribe to those pages and stuff like that, man. So, this is what we do. Also, a special shout out to my brother Coach Sheldon Harris and No Comparison, man. Again, does a great job of sharing my links and bringing a lot of traffic. So definitely a big shout out to him, man. I'm trying to catch up with you, Coach Sheldon Harris and No Comparison. So you know what I'm saying? Keep doing your thing.
I apologize, y'all.
Oh, no problem, brother. I was just telling about all the people that was at my live stream yesterday. I was thanking them for being on my live stream yesterday. So, so it is what it is. So,
go
ahead.
The Colts, though, man. But I don't want to put it like this. I was talking about Jim Caldwell before we got sidetracked. I think Jim Caldwell's firing was, to be on that. I think that was a bunch of bullshit. And Detroit management to give him a chance. They didn't give him a chance to let this man do his thing. You work with limited resources. Now, granted, when they made that move last year, when they fired fucking Clint House,
Yeah.
You know, when they started on 1-7, and then they were winning, they were steady winning and winning. You know, and they cleaned house in that aspect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I give them I give them props on that. But man,
Okay.
when you do not, but let me tell you something, you don't. I mean, but you know, Caldwell, he made some bonehead decisions in some key games, man. You know, not only got to fault him, but you also have to look at who's under center. Now, I've never had an issue with Matthew Stafford, even though the fact he inconsistent as hell. You know, at least I'm gonna put it like this: at least he's better than Jay Cutler. Cunt. I say cut, cunt. At least he better than his ass.
Jake,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So you know, it is what it is. But with the thing I hate about Caldwell, you know, you do have a point with him making bad decisions in key games. But bad decisions is going to happen because the thing is, you got to take unnecessary risk in those key games, and that's the way I look at it. About any sports franchise, whether it's football, baseball, NHL, whatever the fuck sport you watch, there has to be a relationship between general management, coach, manager, and head coach. You know what I'm saying? There has to be a
Yeah.
relationship there. Otherwise, you're gonna have a fuck shit football team. Why does New England win Super Bowl championships year in and year out? Even though them bitches is cheating motherfuckers. Let's just keep it 1,010. Those are some of
They
the
have
cheapest
well
motherfuckers.
organized.
You will never get credit for being the best quarterback of all time. As far as I'm concerned, Joe Montana is the greatest quarterback of all time because last time I checked, he went 4-0 in the Super Bowl. It would have been 5-0 had they not lost to the New York Giants. You know what I'm saying? But I digress with that. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
There was no relationship between management and Jim Caldwell, and he was set up to fail. They got rid of his two key defensive players, the Dominic Sue and Nick Farley. How the fuck you expect me to turn the
I like the
franchise?
Farley better than the Sue.
Huh? I think so too. But they work well together. So why are you gonna allow this dude to leave your franchise? And then Calvin Johnson retired. It didn't help them at all. You know what I'm saying? Which when you retire,
Johnson was there when Caldwell got there.
Say what now? Go ahead.
I don't think Calvin was there when Caldwell got there.
I think he was, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I digress. But anyway, you had so many missing pieces on that team. It's ridiculous. They did not try to correct the shit. So the thing is, how are you going to expect this guy to be good on the franchise? To turn this franchise around and be consistent with a franchise team when you giving them shitty ass players. With Bill Belichick, aka Bill Belichick, he has a relationship with management to where they can pick up good players, or he can easily build good players. When they trade somebody, they pick up another good player, or Bill Belichick builds a good player. So the thing is, management, coaching / in baseball terms, manager, they have to have a relationship. Otherwise, you're going to continue to build failing ass franchises. And that's the reason why the Detroit Lions, aka the Detroit is crying, gonna continue to be a motherfucking failure, just like the motherfucking Cleveland Browns. Now, what's the next?
The last time they won a division title was when they had Barry Sanders. That was back in the '91 season, and that's when this man had. Who was it? Wayne Fontes. He was the coach. You had remedial ass Scott Mitchell as your quarterback. Barry Sanders running. Then you had Herman Moore, who, by the way, is he in the Hall of Fame?
I don't know, but I think it's going to be kind of hard to get him in the Hall of Fame to keep it 1,010 with you though. That's going to be kind of hard.
Tell me about that. But he had Herman Moore, and then he had some other cats. Then turn around, the man they had a good defense to boot. That was the last time they won a division title.
Right.
So And then, the Lions, they started regressing through the year. They were winning, but, age is starting to creep up on them and shit. They let Wayne Fonts go, and what else went on? They let Wayne Fonts go. Then they turned around. They hired who was that? Marinelli.
Yeah.
I don't know who was that. No, it was Chan Gailey. Who, in my opinion, I think management pulled the plug on him too soon because he did a good job with him.
Yeah.
He did good. He did a good job with him, but management pulled the plug on him a little bit too soon. Then they turned around and got Rod Marinelli. I mean, that was a disaster. But
yeah.
It was. Then they called it Steve Mariucci.
Yeah. Let me address one of my followers, and that's Zeke. Zeke. I apologize for that, but like I say, it was so many people in the chat room that I couldn't really immediately get to him like that. So he did say, he was mentioning about you not being there, but yeah, it was so many people in the chat room, and then that dude who was tap dancing, shucking and jiving, I had to address that motherfucker personally because this dude had said Donald Trump was good for the fucking country, dog. Real talk. I'm like, who the fuck says this? That coon ass shit. Then you talking about you getting money. You talking about you getting money and you donate a percentage of your profit and all that good shit. I'm like, dude, get the fuck out of here with that stupid ass shit. Brother Tariq Nasheed, whether you like him or not, he does put in work. Whether you like him or not, he does do what he said he gonna do. I've funded his Hidden Colors series from Hidden Colors 1, 3, 4, and the 1804 thing. So whether you like him or not, he does do what he say he's gonna do. And let's just keep it 1,010. But those who don't like him and talking about he's a leader in Black society, okay, you can look at him as a leader, but he's an entertainer first. Because when you become a songwriter, a best-selling author, by definition, when you become a writer, by definition, when you become a writer and sell books to the masses, which he sold probably like 500,000 books in his first stuff like that, by definition, he's a entertainer. You know what I'm saying? So, again, to the audience, to my boy Zeke and the people that was looking at it, I apologize for that. You know what I'm saying? But I had to address that clown. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't, I was very distracted in the chat room. But appreciated Coach Sheldon Harrison. He's in the room, by the way, as well. A great boxing expert as well as a combat sports expert. So you're trying to learn some game about combat sports as well as boxing and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Definitely look at his videos and stuff like that. He's a great commentator. He's a great analysis and stuff like that. He did a great job with the Chris Cyborg versus Holly Holm, which Chris Cyborg absolutely destroyed Holly Holm. So definitely look at his videos and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So back to the NFL. What's popping and what's dropping with the NFL? Finish with your point, by the way.
But yeah, got sidetracked again about because talking about with the Lions. I mean, the Lions, their management is known to kind of fuck up shit. But I'm up in the Caldwell discussion, and I'm gonna talk quickly about the Bears. But they really fucked up by letting Caldwell go and not letting this man prove himself. Now I understand I understand if you let him go because he didn't have not one winning season in 4 years. Okay, the man had 2 winning seasons. Sure, true enough, he did some effed up shit that like I was reading an article on ESPN that he ain't gonna never give nobody an answer for. Like when he, like it was 1 year they had the division title sold up, and then next thing you know, they out of the playoffs. And I think that was his because his first year, that's when they had a winning season. That was in that second year when they had it sold up, and then they got their ass knocked out of the playoffs. But it's all on management on that call. The Chicago Bears. I'm just gonna say this: they really didn't want to work with John Fox on a lot of things because they too fucking cheap.
Yeah.
So
I agree with that.
And their organization are ran by and I apologize if I sound racist, and which I'm not, Jews, which I have no problem with them. And you know, Jews are known to be cheap.
Yeah.
So so let me just go on out in there, and I apologize if we have any Jewish viewers here. I apologize if I offend you all, but it is a known fact. It is known. Hell, Donald Sterling even said it himself.
Yeah. So, yeah, with Donald Sterling, with Donald Sterling, he's a known white supremacist, by the way. You know what I'm saying? So I put a lot of them, and I'm not saying all Jews and stuff like that are white supremacists, but we have to be clear before we go to the Jewish talking point. There are black Jews. Shout out to Sammy Davis, the late Sammy Davis Jr. Cat Graham, who played Jada Pinkett in the Tupac movie. She's a black Jew. You know what I'm saying? There's rappers who are Jewish people. You know what I'm saying? So we have to be clear about when we talk about Jewish people, because there are black Jews, there are Arab Jews, there are Ethiopian Jews, they are British Jews. They're Jews of every racial group. There's Mexican Jews. Yeah, it's very few of them, but there's different types of Jews. So we have to put it in context when we talk about Jewish people. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was telling about my brother V-Dub. Shout out to my brother V-Dub. There are different types of Jews out there. You know what I'm saying? So I like to educate people on that before they go to the Jewish argument, because a lot of times Jews, it's certain. You say Jews ain't white, but it's different type. It's Jews that are classified as white. There are Jews that are classified as white, Zeke. Let's be clear. But there's black Jews, there's white Jews, there's Arab Jews.
Hey, I served with a black Jew.
I've known black Jews as well. I've actually done work with a black Jew. You know what I'm saying? So there's different types of Jews. Let's not get fooled by that type of misconception. Jews ain't white. That's bull crap. I can't sugarcoat it any better than that. I mean, I respect your point of view, but there's different types of Jews out there. So the point is, a lot of those, there's Jews who are there's Jews who are identified with white supremacy. There's Jews who can be classified as white. People like Steven Spielberg. Steven Spielberg is a Jewish person of white descent. Donald Sterling is a Jewish person of white descent, but I consider him a white supremacist. You know what I'm saying? Let's just keep it 110. So let's not fall for that. Let's not fall for the trick bag of Jews ain't white. There are Jews that ain't white, and there are Jews that are white. Or classified as white. Yes, go ahead.
All right, now when he said what he said, but then he redeemed himself with a comment that he made by saying that Jews do look out. They would look out for their own before they would look out for somebody else. That's true. Because I mean, think about it. Because he said he was about to start his law firm. Him and a black guy. They were about to start a law firm. The guy told him, the guy he was Jewish told him no. Said then turned around, looked around, but he said about a week later, he said his partner that was about to help him out called him up and told him, he said, "Hey, come take a ride with me right quick." And wherever they went, they rolled past us, and Donald said, "You recognize this spot right there?" He's like, "I'll be damned." Yeah. It was the spot that they went that they were putting their money on for the little law firm building. Went to one of the guys on it, who was a Jew.
Yeah.
So he said that's when he knew right then and there what they had to do.
Yeah.
So, but I'm gonna get off that subject right now. Like I said, the Bears, they didn't want to work with John Fox because, like I said, Bears management is just fucking cheap, plain and simple. The Bears, they forever earned my resentment the way they got rid of Lovey. And I still dispute this shit to this day. If any Bear fans out there say, shame on you. Lovett got himself out of Chicago. Period. Right. He got himself out of Chicago. The man didn't want to change no offense.
You know
wait, hold up. He didn't want to change the offense. That Tampa 2 that he been running is really fucking tried and true. Then you know, when and Brian Urlacher, you know, I have my difference of opinion about him at times. I call him a kiss ass most of the time because he can kiss Bears man ass and all that other stuff.
You ain't shit for that. You ain't shit for that one.
I called him a kiss ass one time.
Go ahead, man.
But and then he really earned my ire when he said that he has input on what he thinks what the offense need to be. It should be a run, you know. He talking about when he said one time that the offense need to be run based. Okay, you ain't got the personnel to be a run based. That the Bears is more fit of a multiple offensive team. And I'm like this here. How a defensive player gonna give input to somebody what the offense need to run? You need to worry about maintaining your defense.
Exactly.
Shit. So, you know, but as I said, I like, you know, some things I like about her, like some things I don't. Now this man walking around with a full head of fucking hair now.
Well, from my understanding, when he went to New Mexico State or wherever the college he went to, he started out as a quarterback. And then he went to and he became a defensive back, and everything changed though. You know what I'm saying? I think they changed.
He really was a utility player.
Go ahead.
He really was a utility player.
Yeah.
So, and then they drafted him as linebacker, and he became one of the best middle linebackers in the league. I mean, bar none. I mean, you know, but you know, granted, he was the best. But like I said, Bears fans, I'm gonna be honest with you, Lovett was your best coach, but he got his own self fired in that respect because he didn't want to change the offense. He told the media. He basically told reporters to kiss his ass. You know,
but him telling the media that should not be a reason for him to get fired because the media is known for being fucking assholes. Now, if we're gonna talk about him being to being there damn near 10 years and only making the playoffs maybe 3 or 4 times, okay, I told you
that's another reason, and that's also another reason as well. So
my brother,
he made the Super Bowl. Wait, but now he made the playoffs more than that. Now he made the Super Bowl. And he went to, and for him being there 10 years, I think he made the playoffs like 3 times.
My brother in the comment section said,
"I'm not sure."
My brother in the comment section said he's a racist. I need to link to that, brother Coach Sheldon Harris.
Who said that?
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he's wrong. He said Urlacher is a racist.
No, I ain't heard no shit like that.
No, that's what my brother Coach Sheldon Harrison said. I need a link to that. What did he say? Something about the flag?
I need some proof for that too, because
I've never heard. I'm not saying my brother's wrong. He could. I mean, he's typically on. He's on point most of the time. So I mean, I'm not saying I don't believe you because he be having receipts just like he had receipts on the.
Yeah, I ain't saying he wrong neither, but if the guy let me finish saying what I'm saying, but I've never heard.
I've never heard that either.
Because
I wouldn't be surprised though because a lot of players came out talking that shit about not standing for the flag. It was a lot of white players, you know, because I'm side-eyeing Ben Roethlisberger. He's a good player, but I side-eye him. You know what I'm saying? I side-eye Drew Brees. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why I don't give a fuck. I don't give 2 fucks about the New Orleans Saints right about now. You know what I'm saying?
Side-eye Drew Brees.
Some greasy ass shit about Colin Kaepernick taking a knee and shit like that. I'm not saying what Coach Sheldon.
Say it again, because your mic did a dial-up move there.
Oh, I'm sorry, but Drew Brees said some greasy ass shit about Colin Kaepernick taking a knee. You know, you had Ben Roethlisberger saying some shit about him taking a knee. White players coming out the woodworks and stuff like that. But like I said, I'm not saying Coach is wrong. Coach, I believe Coach on that. Because a lot of times he proves what he say. He proves what he say in a lot of.
I'm telling you that some white players did be in agreement Now, some white players did be in agreement with with Kaepernick, Howie Long's son, Chris Long. I mean, shit. He don't do it. But hold on. But man, Malcolm Jenkins, he fucking, I agree with what Shannon Sharpe said. Malcolm Jenkins did sell everybody out, though.
Yeah, Michael Jenkins is a sellout coon as far as I'm concerned. Malcolm Jenkins is a sellout. Malcolm Jenkins is a sellout coon. Because how you gonna take that money from the NFL? Go ahead.
You wanna know who Malcolm Jenkins remind me of? Now I'm finna do a Boondocks plug here, y'all. If y'all ever saw the Boondocks episode called The Hunger Games, and CeeLo Green's character sold Huey out for a TV show. Now that was a coonish ass movie.
Oh yeah.
When you think about it, and the moral of the story is this: a lot of black people say they got your back, but then again, they had their own best interest in mind as well. So let's not get that twisted. It's not just black people. Get some more coffee, y'all. It's not just black people.
Yeah,
it's a whole bunch of people. It's it's everybody. They will always say they got your best interest at hand, but in actuality, they have their own best interest. And trust when I tell you all this, because Jimmy and I used to work for a company. Used to work for a company, and I'm gonna say their name. That folks will always say they have your best interest at hand when it's more about survival of the fittest. Getting in where you fit in, and it's all about if you didn't fuck a girl that they knew or fuck a dude that you knew. That's how it was. So I'm not gonna get into that, but Malcolm did sell them all out, and like a lot of people, and I think he said something, and he never addressed that. Even Shannon Sharpe said he even reached out to Malcolm Jenkins to find out what the deal was. He said Malcolm never hit him back up on Twitter, nothing. That man didn't even respond to his Twitter. He sold the folks down, he sold his own folks down the river, man. For what? That's what I want to
know. About ain't Shannon Sharpe the tap dancing brother? No, that's not.
Hell no.
Dances. Even though I got into it with him on Twitter about him overly criticizing a black player, I was tap dancing. But now that I see where his mind is, that was a mistake on me, and I'll admit that. You know what I'm saying? Because
I think he follows you on Twitter.
He follows me on Instagram, but we got into it on Twitter though, for sure though. That's a fact. Cause I showed you the link though, and he got a mean clapback. I ain't gonna lie to you, but
hell yeah.
He's got a mean clapback now. I'll tell you that though. It was classic though, but no, he's not a tap dancing brother as far as I'm concerned. As far as I'm concerned, he's a square. He's square as the street guys call it. So Shannon Sharpe is a rider, and that's the reason why I actually criticized Umar Johnson for going in on him about him getting with Becky. Again, I'm not the dick police. I don't police where a man sticks his dick in. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I will say this: I do not recommend dudes to date interracially because of the way white supremacy has circled his wagons at this point. I'm not dissing that. I'm not dissing that brother. I'm not gonna diss a brother because he is messing with Becky. If we gonna have that conversation, let's talk about Bill Russell. Bill Russell married a. Go ahead, but let me say this.
You messing with the call.
Yeah, Bill Russell married a white woman. In civil rights. Him because he married Miss America. Let's speak truth to power. Say who paid for Martin Luther King's funeral. I can name a shitload of people that was in the struggle that tried to fight for justice all their whole life and was married to Becky. Paul Robeson, a very respectable brother in the civil rights struggle. He married a white woman. Frederick Douglass, that was his second wife, but he married a white woman. Are we going to dismiss everything he's doing because he's married to Becky? No, we're not. You know what I'm saying? But just because a guy marries a white woman, or even a black woman marries a white man, let's speak in terms of Lena Horne. Lena Horne was married to a Jewish white man.
Yep.
What she did in the civil rights struggle because she was married to a Jewish white man? No, I'm not. And I refuse to do that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say I'm not the dick police. Not if my brother is dating somebody in an interracial relationship, I'm gonna be like, hey, is this the woman? What's your purpose for dating her? Because we gonna have coon talk because you married to Ching Young Yang, then I gotta side eye you, brother. But if you married her because she's an asset to you as a man and she realizes your struggle as a black man, then yes. I'm all for that marriage at that point. So I just want to put it out there, though. I just want to put it all out there, though. So get back to what you were saying, brother Erlacher. I mean, brother Craig. Sorry. Man.
Yep. Yeah, I'm trying to check the score on this Auburn game here, man. I'll just wait. But
give me a second,
man. But like what we were talking about, man. I mean, Bears management, like I said, they refused to work with John Fox on a lot of shit. So you got to fault them on that. Dick move goes to Jim Irsay for giving Chuck Pagano, and I want everybody to listen to this now. Why the fuck you gonna give a coach you gonna fire the game ball?
I cannot fathom that in the back of my head I cannot think of that in the back of my head, man. I mean, this guy done been through so fucking much. It's crazy.
Man, I mean, that wasn't nothing but a dick move by Jim Irsay. I don't know what was, man, but really, the fault on him on that, it's a double-edged sword. Like I was telling Corey about the double-edged sword about what's going on with Arizona right now. Because I'll talk about Arizona in a minute. The roster is mismanaged. The Colts roster is mismanaged for one. Second, the man hired a general manager at once upon a time that really didn't have no general manager skills, none whatsoever. So the guy that they got now, he basically has to clean up all. He basically has to clean up all the leftovers from what Ryan Grigson had. So can't fault him on that. But the Colts, they really need some help on somewhere, man. I mean, you're gonna get a healthy Andrew Luck coming back, or as you call him something else. Don't want to delve into that, jump off on that subject.
Yeah.
But I really don't know what's going on. I really don't know what's going on with Indianapolis, man. Maybe it's the owner. He stayed getting drunk, or he having issues, or whatever. Because to be honest with you, I think he has not fully recovered from that Peyton Manning thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
And it's messed up. It was more on his reconnaissance than anything. On that, I mean, you couldn't sign him back. You start from scratch, and
yeah,
I mean that's about it. Now the situation going on with Arizona, I would not pull the plug on Bruce Arians just yet.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. That's a I don't know, bro. Season.
Because Larry Fitzgerald revealed to everybody that Drew Stanton been playing on the torn ACL all the season ever since he replaced Carson Palmer. And
yeah,
I was telling Corey, and I still got my thing up on here. I'm gonna pull it up. What I was telling him earlier this morning. I hate when you try to scroll down; it slows down.
Yeah, my shit is doing that. I need to get my shit together in terms of that, dog, because it is a pain in the absolute ass on that one, dog.
Yeah. And with the Metro PCS phone, my phone signal along with my Wi-Fi thing that popped up. So this shit here. And I told Corey this. I said, and I quote, it's a double. I said it's a double-ended sword with that one talking about Bruce Arians. I said last year the media picked them to go to the Super Bowl at home turf, and they failed to make the playoffs. Then on top of that, Carson Palmer tearing every ligament and breaking every bone known to man, and Drew Stanton played the rest of the season with a torn ACL this year.
Hey, that's some fuck shit, man. And I'll tell you something else, dog. Carson Palmer needs to consider retirement. I know he got a big contract.
He needs to, dog.
I know he got a big contract, but he needs to consider retirement.
Shit, they had a chance, and Corey made a point. They had a chance to get Kaepernick too.
Yeah, but
they
I don't
had a chance to get Kaepernick, but I don't know why they didn't. I don't know what was the excuse for them not going after Kaepernick. You still want to hold this shit over his head about the flag thing? Try again.
Oh yeah, man.
You know.
So
I don't think it'd be too quick to pull it. But here's the thing: if they do fire Bruce Arians, he gonna go back to Indy.
I think so too. I think
he can go back to Indianapolis.
I'm sorry, scoreboard up, and I'm having a hard time pulling the scoreboard up. I think the connection is so. Hello, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I think they shouldn't. Yeah, but I think they shouldn't pull the plug on Bruce Arians just yet, man, because he got a lot of work with the team. They got to draft a quarterback. I mean, the defense is good. He got a good running back. I mean, the man got fucking Adrian Peterson and David Johnson. You got a two-headed monster like that.
Yeah.
Him getting Adrian Peterson, man, that was a steal. And I'm gonna tell you something. And a big fuck you to Sean Payton, because he knew he fucked that up in the first game. He knew he fucked that up in the first game with Adrian Peterson, dog.
Oh yeah, man. I
you don't
agree.
run no fuck. You got hold on before you say something. You got a fucking beast in Adrian Peterson, damn near over. He in his early 30s, and you still want to run a 3 running back committee system? Get your ass on out here. And when he got traded to Arizona, what Adrian doing his first 2 games? Run over 130 yards. He one time ran for 187.
Mm-hmm.
So who looks stupid on that trade?
And the thing is, Adrian Peterson is out of his prime. Not in his prime at all, but he's like the brother is like he's still breaking big ass runs, man, like he was as a young player, man. So I don't know what the hell he was thinking.
Yeah, because because the Saints, everybody's excited they had him on the team, man. And then when Sean Payton pulled that fuckboy move on that man, dog. Adrian had every right to speak out on that shit.
Yeah, he had every right to, man, but we know how it is, man.
Yeah, but man, and speaking like with quarterbacks, this is gonna kind of be like the last little subject. This is something, man, about I don't understand what all these, these coaches, you get the quarterbacks, like what we had discussed on Sports Talk. No matter if you got a white quarterback or a black quarterback, and I'm gonna say this, and people may agree with me or may not. I always say that when a coach see a black quarterback, and if the first thing that black quarterback can do is run, then that's what they're gonna program that man to be. I mean, now the playoff game between Clemson and Alabama, I'm gonna watch most of it till I go to bed later on tonight, because I gotta get up and be at work in the morning, But I look at, like I said, Jalen Hurts is a prime fucking example of handicap. I mean, you come out of high school in Texas as one of the best passers, best quarterbacks. I ain't saying the state of Texas forever was with his school. The dude can run, the dude can throw, and he can run. But Jimmy, I know you've had your opinions about Lane Kiffin in the past.
Yeah, Lane Kiffin.
Okay. Lane Kiffin was willing to work with this dude. I mean, look what he did his first year with a dude named Blake Sims. Man was a running back, and the man broke under that offense. He broke, I think, 5 different school records.
Yep.
And then he got with Jalen Hurts. I mean, I was like, okay, dude look pretty cool, you know. He had the side, got the speed, and everything else. But Lane was trying to teach this man, you know, how to read defenses, and that's what Lane all about. Lane will work with quarterbacks. I mean, but you know, but when Lane publicly came out and said that Nick Saban handicapped him, I could believe it, because that's why Steve Sarkisian left. He handicapped Steve Sarkisian. And this is the thing that pisses me off with not just these coaches as far as these quarterbacks go. The quarterbacks piss me off even more because, see, they know what they can bring to the table. They know their ability. They know what they're supposed to get out there and do. Right. But instead, it's like these quarterbacks today, what you see now, instead of like back then, like with Dan Marino, you know, guys like with the Rich Gannons, the Dan Marinos, the Montanas and the Youngs, Favres, for example, the Eric McNairs, you know, and you know, and like case in point, we talk about black quarterback like Steve McNair. Everybody was used to black quarterbacks coming from SWAC schools. All they did was run and less pass. But I thank Steve McNair for breaking that mold. Not only he can run, he was throwing. You know, Ed McNair, the boy had an arm on, and he had some speed too.
Yeah.
But it just makes me sick, man. These coaches today, like I said, not just coaches, these punk ass. I want to make it NFL. You know, you don't like how I play. Deal with it ass quarterbacks who just fucking refuse to change and get with the program on a lot of shit. And
hey,
now
we got some breaking news.
You know, hold on, and it's a double-edged sword as far as that go. You got to fault the coach because you know, like for example, like I said about with Nick Saban and fucking Chris Winkie, and I don't care. And if Chris Winkie hear this, I don't give a fuck, because Chris, what have you done in the NFL with your old ass? Nothing. You try to fuck Jared Goff up in your first and only year with the LA Rams, and look what Jared Goff doing right now. He in the damn playoffs.
Breaking news right now.
You're gonna go there as a quarterback coach, but then turn around, you're gonna sit your sorry ass up in the damn booth to be an offensive analyst. And Jalen Hurts still doing the same fucking shit he did last year.
Jalen Butt hurts. Yeah. Yeah. But we have some breaking news right now.
Okay.
We have some now. Bruce Arians have announced his retirement. He said he will miss the game. He's basically fired. We may as well say he got fired, but he will, according to reports, they say he retired. This has just happened at 1:28 p.m. Central Standard Time. He retired.
Wow. Good coach, man.
In other news,
he'll probably.
In other news, the Cleveland Cavaliers expect Isaiah Thomas to play Blazers. UCF at halftime is up 6-3. Auburn.
What the fuck?
And
fuck that 13-6.
13-6 on Auburn. Excuse me. UCF is up on 13-6 on Auburn. Michigan is whooping ass versus South Carolina.
As you predict. Say that again.
The score is 19-3.
All right.
Notre Dame, aka Notre Lane, they're up 3-0 on LSU.
Okay, I gotta find that's the game I was waiting on.
This just came in.
But, you know,
this just came in a second ago. The The hold on, I just got off here. The I just saw this damn story a second ago. Okay, the Giants will be interviewing both the Patriots offensive coordinator and the defensive coordinator for the Patriots.
Who?
They will be interviewing the Patriots
Who?
offensive and defensive coordinator. The Giants.
Okay.
Yeah, so go ahead, man. Go ahead and do your thing, man.
Okay, but let me say that on that part, and I'm gonna jump back on. Josh McDaniels don't need to be coached, period. But anyway, but you know, it's like, but like I was saying, like with all these quarterbacks, and then you know, and let me tell you something, football fans, it's not just us black quarterbacks that do that shit. You had some you got some quarterbacks of the other color too that do some fuckboy shit, and I can't name a few, but there are some.
Yeah.
College and pro, especially in the pro. Man, and the list is long.
Right.
On some of it. Well, I got one. Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Yeah. Ryan Fitzpatrick.
I call him Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Oh man.
Because he ain't shit.
He ain't either.
Now you riding the bench down in Tampa talking about you want to set an example for Jameis Winston. How the fuck you going to set an example for Jameis Winston when you had a chance to go to the playoffs in your only year with the Jets and you fucking blew the game by throwing 3 interceptions? And then you admitted talking about, well, hey, that's how I play. Okay. And then when they was trying to figure out who the fuck that was, the Jets was trying to get as the quarterback. He was hijacking the Jets for money. And then when he did get the money, the man played like shit.
Yeah, it is what it is with Geno Smith. And Geno had a lot of potential, man, but the quarterback from college anyway, so it is what it is with him.
Well, yeah, true enough. Key word is he had potential. But when you got your job broke about your teammate, about your money, your rep go down real quick. And then when a lot of the teammates said that, hey, they didn't want to bother helping, he deserved that shit. Yeah, your reputation go down real quick.
Yeah, it is what it is with that dog.
So, well, that's what I was saying, man. These fucking, and that's what killed me. And these coaches, they get paid for all. The fuck is this? Huh?
I mean, why I just hate when people do that. They wait till you get on a live stream, and then they all of a sudden start calling.
No, I got a notification that said something about my battery had exceeded something. But anyway.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm about to say, I'm like, that's a pet peeve of mine. But go ahead, do your thing.
But these coaches getting paid a lot of fucking money to do the fuck they supposed to do, coach. But instead, all they about is the money. And that's what all these players about too. You know, whether it's college, high school, it's got to start from high school, college. That's what all these all these players are all about, the money. They don't give a fuck about the game. Coaches don't either.
Yeah, I agree.
They don't give a fuck about the damn game. So that's why I'm saying all these coaches out here, man, if you got a quarterback, okay, if at least Bill Walsh did teach his quarterbacks how to quarterback. You know, utilize footwork. You know, footwork. You know.
Yeah.
That's what he was harping on. Okay. If your quarterback
I will say this.
Huh?
But I will say this though. What these owners need to start doing is they need to start putting what you call productivity clauses in these contracts. Meaning
incentives.
Meaning that if you do a good job, your base salary is going to be $10 million. But if you stay consistent, we're going to pay you 15, 20 million per season, depending on your productivity. To avoid all these damn players from taking the money and run, and you start putting productivity clauses and productivity incentives on these contracts. Well, we gonna pay you a little bit of extra money, but please note that if you fuck us, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna not only reduce your salary, but we're gonna release you if you don't play up to potential. So they need to do that in order for that to stop. You know what I'm saying? Because let's not get it twisted. If you have a record-setting season, let's be real. They're gonna ask for more money, and they'll be entitled to that money. But you need to put it in those contracts to say, hey, if you start falling off, we're gonna reduce your salary. They need to do that in all sports. Now it's gonna be a little bit harder in the NBA because the NBA contract is guaranteed according to the CBA. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's gonna be a little harder. But in football and other sports, they need to start doing that.
Yep. Man. That's what I was saying though, man. I mean, these coaches, they gotta step up and do the fuck they supposed to do, coach. I mean, shit. You know, Bill Parcells, I mean, hey, he was at Bill Hall of Fame. You know, he was a dickwad at times, but he was a good coach.
Yeah.
But he lost my respect for him stepping down because of health reasons. He turned around, he take a job elsewhere.
Job as a general manager, head coach. Situation.
You said what now?
General manager. You talking about him leaving the Cowboys?
Yeah, with Miami.
You talking about him?
No, I remember he took a job with the Miami Dolphins one time.
Well,
you know, he took
being a GM is a little different than being a coach, though. You know, the only thing you're responsible for is, you know what I'm saying, managing the team in terms of who you drafted, your head coach, and who's gonna be all the other good shit. So it's not as big of a headache as head coaching because you gotta put in place all that other stuff, man. So that's a night and day situation. You know.
Yeah.
He was right in that situation. This is gonna be my last head coaching job, and he was right. It is gonna be his last head coaching job, but
I'm talking about with the time. I'm talking about the time where he was like, okay, after the Giants won the Super Bowl, he stepped down because of health reasons. Okay, that was cool. You know, then he went in the commentator's booth, and they said he was damn good with that. And he later on, then under the radar, he didn't want to be known where he took the New England job. He had got New England back to where they were going. And then I think because ESPN 30 for 30, they're going to do I think they say it's going to be either this month or next month. Bill and Bill. Talking about Bill Belichick and Bill Parcells.
Yeah.
Which ought to be a good one, which is going to be interesting. Because
another update.
Well, yeah, because that one's gonna be pretty interesting now. But like I was saying, but the way he lost a lot of respect, because said the way he did New England and took a under the table deal with the Jets, I was like, yeah, that now you want to talk about some fuckboy shit? That was some fuckboy shit. That was.
I don't know, man. Because like I say, we were speaking to today's coaching staff, a lot of these motherfucking owners ain't loyal. These GM general managers ain't loyal. They do a lot of fuckboy shit too.
Oh hell yeah!
It's like fuckboy Jim Irsay did to Chuck McConnell, give him the game ball and fire the motherfucker. That's some fuckboy shit. So I think we're even Steven in terms of fuckboy shit. In terms of general management, players doing certain shit. If you bring the window or set the tone per se, if you set the tone for fuckboy shit, guess what? When the opportunity is given coaches to do fuckboy shit, that's what the fuck they gonna do. Right now, 13-13, Central Florida, Auburn. South Carolina has made a comeback. Famous now by 3 points, 19-16. South Carolina with. If they go in the third quarter, yeah, they're gonna go into the
scroll
third.
down. Scroll down to see who is starting. Scroll down to see who the starting quarterback for Michigan. Who's starting in that game? Okay.
Number 18.
All right. Because if it was O'Kern, goddamn it, then shit, that'll pit boy. Jim Harbaugh won't do nothing but be pissing the Michigan fans off.
Has only scored 1 touchdown. They've kicked mostly field goals. They've kicked 4 field goals and a touchdown.
Now, if there's a reason to get fired, I think that, offense production.
Yeah, but both teams is committing turnovers. There's a total of 5 turnovers between both teams.
Yeah.
So it's a turnover fest at this point.
I know one thing though. If ESPN bring up that damn clip up again about what Jadeveon Clowney did, I'm gonna break the fucking TV because I'm about tired of showing it. And I said, hell, it was good the first time.
Yeah. Auburn has the ball. It's like a turnover here. So, man, it's crazy though. Yeah, it looked like Auburn is in.
Yeah, so my thing, I just said my little gripe, man. I was just tired of all these coaches out here today, and let alone and you also have to fault these punk ass, not only the punk ass coaches, all these punk ass players that that come in, they're already pre-programmed their mindset. It's like prepackaged meat, okay? Like prepackaged meat. You got when you buy it, before you buy it, you got to check the expiration date on the shit. And if it's close to expiring this week, then you gotta look for some more prepackaged meat that's gonna expire in about 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, man.
I'm done talking. I'm through talking about this shit, man. Because all I gotta say is this though. Georgia better do their job tonight. Cause fucking Baker Mayfield, they pulling that fucking media John and shit about Mayfield ain't feeling too well. And I agree with Shannon Sharp. He ain't buying that shit either. Cause he said he think it's a ploy to get Georgia's defense to talk about it. And then all of a sudden he come in the game before do a Herculean effort.
The report on these the Ball brothers that's playing in Lithuania. The head coach of the Lithuania team, I'm not gonna even try to pronounce his name because this motherfucker's name is so motherfucking hard to pronounce, it's ridiculous. But the man said that they're expected to play a lot once they get on the court. It's kind of easy. It's kind of easy to do in a foreign league because the game of basketball is advanced in the United States compared to them. Just like other sports, certain sports are more advanced over there than it is here. So, expected anyway. The Russian coach, which his name is so fucking hard to pronounce. So get me one of those guys that can pronounce it. I'm sorry, I don't want to kill your name.
What letter start with?
P-R.
We'll just call him Coach Prin.
Exactly. I'm not going to try to pronounce this goddamn dude's last name. I don't want to kill people's name. I hate doing that. I respect other people's culture, but I'm not going to kill this dude's name until I get a good pronunciation on this motherfucker. But the thing is, he said they're expected to play. We are waiting for them to play. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because a 16-year-old kid in the United States can go over there and dominate basketball over there in Lithuania. Why do you think
Yeah.
a lot of these teams worldwide in terms of basketball are paying millions of dollars for these coaching camps? You got motherfuckers that's paying millions of dollars to learn the game of basketball. That's why I say, if you was a good high school basketball player in the States and do coaching clinics here that lives in the hood, you know, walking around with these cement shoes on, get up off your ass, take a flight to Russia, holler at some of these dudes. I'm like, you know what? Basketball, man, I was the #1 player in my state. You know how much money them motherfuckers will pay just for you to learn basketball from an American black person? You're not hustling this shit. A good ass basketball player up in Memphis or up in these schools up out here in Chicago, some motherfucking where. Man, I'll be hustling shit out the motherfuckers. I'm like, dude, you need to do like this, man. No, you don't do the crossover carrying like that. They gonna call a carry on you, man. This is how you cross a person over, man. You can teach the game of basketball. People need to hustle that shit. And the reason why,
and I'm gonna say something, and I'm finna say something kind of historical when you said something about with teaching and everything. I think a person will have a better chance if somebody were to do a hustle. I think a person have a better chance going up like to the big cities, like, you know, up in Chicago or Dallas, Detroit, or anything else, rather than down the south, especially in a city like Memphis, because all them dudes be playing that ball in the park and all that shit. Damn, them motherfuckers they travel more than the pregnant woman, you know. And I'll admit I know how to play ball, but like when I be going to try to get in the game and shit, niggas like they got to show out. I don't. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, I ain't trying. You know, I ain't trying to be a sour. I ain't trying to be a sourpuss about it or nothing. But you got guys that don't. You know, you got some cold players in Memphis now. I mean, like, if I ain't mistaken, Thaddeus Young. Okay. And I mean, and it's like when you have players, it's like that come from the city and shit like that. Because Thaddeus Young, he played in Mitchell. Okay. Memphis act like they're not. I'm just, you know, I hate taking a shot at Memphis because it's the truth, Jim. We lived in the city for years. People act like they're not used to nothing. You know, like when ESPN came down for the Mitchell High thing, man, they had really an entire block, the entire block of Mitchell Road blocked off. You couldn't get in or out.
Right.
Just because of Thaddeus Young, we're like, damn. Couldn't get in or out. Because like I remember one time I had to go to one of my mom's friends' house to pick up something, and her friend got mad at me talking about, what took you so long? I said, well, you could have told us that that ESPN and everybody in every doggone sports outlet is over there by Mitchell High. They got everything blocked in and blocked out, blocked off. I couldn't even get in.
Yeah. Yeah. But the thing is, there's always been All-Americans, McDonald's All-Americans parade and Americans out of Memphis. That's not a surprise at all.
Yeah,
because,
I mean,
you know,
I give Memphis props for that. But you know, you got all these little, like I said, all these little street players is out here, man. That's why I said you couldn't teach them dudes how to play ball the correct way if it saved your life.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why these guys need to go international with their talent. Teach those guys them everything, of course, but teach them enough because people will spend top dollar. Why do you think a lot of those white coaches? Shout out to David Black. You know what I'm saying? Even though they the Cavs fired him. David
Which
Blatt.
was fucked up.
Yeah, it was very fucked up.
Now LeBron fired him.
Okay, we'll take it from there. But it was still fucked up either way. But let's give him his props. In the EuroLeague, he's won championships on top of championships in the EuroLeague. He goes international. A lot of these white dudes are monetizing it. Why not some of these black coaches go out there and monetize that shit? Motherfuckers will pay, you know. And then, like, look at Stephon Marbury. Even though he was a player, those guys when they huddled up together, those Chinese dudes listened to Stephon Marbury because he was an NBA superstar. You know what I'm saying? He was a superstar until he started doing that crack and shit or narcotic. Because I don't want Stephon Marbury to holler at me, flag my video. So let's clean it up a little bit. Narcotic.
Yeah.
Because he started doing that narcotic.
Well, let's just one better till he started messing around with them little recreational items.
Hey, I'm gonna use that one, brother. That's why I fucks with you. You for damn near 10 years up in this motherfucker. But anyway, till he started messing with those recreational items, he ain't from messing with those recreational items. Stephon Starbury, you know what I'm saying? Starbury, you know, had to go to China, clean his act together. He monetized that to his advantage. And those guys will listen to him. Even the coaches was listening to him. He was giving advice to some of the coaches out there in China. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad he put down the recreational item that he used, got his shit together. Because at first he didn't want to go to China. His wife was convinced him. He's like, you need to go to China. You might turn yourself around.
I didn't know he was married, man. Damn, he's still married to that chick.
Yeah, but he said he's got a Chinese citizenship too. The dude, Stephon Marbury brought back his shoe brand. Cakes out there in China. He got a stage play up in China.
So he knows. So shit. So he probably living fat. Hey, he probably living nice over there in China. I mean, he's now a Chinese citizen.
He wasn't broke here. From the NBA, the thing was NBA for using recreational items. He should have been using.
And then along with his attitude too, because you know him and Kevin Garnett, you know, they had some little issues too.
Yeah. So Stephon Starbury using recreational items and becoming to those recreational items. The brother got his shit together. Me personally, I never want to see a brother beg.
Yeah. No,
I never want to see that. You know, the dude was on TMZ eating. I think he was eating something. He eating soap or some shit like that. It was some crazy shit, weird shit that he was doing.
Some stuff.
Act together and started monetizing. He was eating something. He was eating some soap or some shit like that. Started monetizing. He was obviously an item. The brother got his shit together. His wife convinced him, hey, you know, but hey, that don't mean you can't make money off basketball. And then Brian Gumbel did an interview with him. You know, he said he made mistakes, but he loved where he is in China. He's playing for this nigga, and he making money hand over fist over there. So, and I tell kids out there who are future basketball players or future athletes, end all be all. If the NBA don't want you, guess what? You can always go to Europe or China. Look at Antonio Burks before he got shot. He won the EuroLeague title and get a $40 million contract. So he made a mistake. The guy shouldn't have got shot. Let's just keep it 1,010.
No, he shouldn't have went back in the fucking hood. Let's just be real. You avoid that. You avoid that real quick.
He should have avoided. Well, he shouldn't have been at the dice game in the hood because sometimes people go to the hood just to watch basketball games. We go to BTW games. Player, you know, go to BTW games. But he shouldn't have been in that. He shouldn't have been at no fucking dice game in the hood.
And that's what the Grizzlies was mad with his ass about. They drafted this fool in the top 10, top 15. He was first round, and then you go to fucking dice game.
But by the time but this is the time where he went to the Euro League and won a title out there, and he was gonna get a shitload of money in the Euro League. He shouldn't have been at that. It was at the wrong place at the wrong time. About him being shot, he shouldn't have been shot. Let's just speak truth to power there. He shouldn't have been shot. But
true, that's one. He shouldn't have been shot, and really, he shouldn't have been at that dice game. Just like I said.
Yeah, we're both in agreement on that. Agreement. We're both in agreement. That's really the main issue. Yeah, we're both in agreement on that. But I say this to say that had he not been shot, he would have made a shitload of money. And a lot of basketball players get frustrated because the NBA don't want them. Cool. It's people making millions of dollars in the Euro League, in the Chinese League. And the Chinese League is an up-and-coming league that's making a lot of money, and a lot of guys are going over there. Josh Childress played for Greece. Yeah, notably Randolph Morris up in the Chinese League. He's making a lot of money out there. Randolph Morris from Kentucky. So don't let the NBA stop you. I was talking to a kid out here in Houston. He was trying out for a EuroLeague team. I don't know how he's doing, but hopefully he's doing the damn thing and stuff like that. My boy, Randy Culpepper, I used to watch him play at Sheffield High School. He's making money hand over fist. He used to play for UTEP, El Paso. You know, he's doing the damn thing. So the NBA ain't the end-all, be-all for you to monetize your opportunities in basketball. You can do coaching. You can do basketball camps for kids and shit like that. That can make a lot of money. Imagine you being a street ball legend, like you said earlier, or being a high school legend. People will learn from you. Because it's some old-ass dudes. They might not be able to play organized basketball per se, college basketball, but they can still bust some moves on you. Look at Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan can still play basketball in terms of non-organized basketball. He can still 55 next month. And he's still dunking. He's still schooling basketball players. That shows how great he is. But that don't mean he can play in a 82-game NBA season. School those guys. That's why they call it the old school. Because we can school your ass on certain shit because you don't know every fucking thing about the tricks of the trade.
Thank you. Thank you. And that applies. And hold on, Jimmy, hold that thought. And let me that's gonna be a standalone topic on my next show too. All you young people, look, respect, like you said about with the old school, respect the old school, like Jimmy said. Because your ass don't know a fucking damn thing at all. You don't know shit. You don't know nothing about life. Like I said something about, when the drill sergeant, he was like 20-some years old, gonna tell me, I don't know shit about life. You don't need it. But and that's the same rule it is. What an 18-year-old, what I look like listening to a damn 18-year-old tell me about the shit about the facts of life. And he ain't got and he hasn't experienced shit. I don't, I'm like this. I don't care about the street. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't care about the street. I don't care about what you did on the street. Like, the point is this. You need to start listening, respect your elders, respect some wisdom. Fuck the street wisdom. Wisdom starts from home.
Yeah.
And that wisdom starts with your family. Then the streets. It's not the other way around.
Like with me, I think young people can teach us certain things, but they can't teach us. There's a lot that they can't teach us. There's certain things young people can teach. I work on a job full of young people. I listen to them and I see where they're at. And then if I feel like they're on some bullshit in certain areas, then I'll be like, hey, I'm gonna be like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Stay in your lane, because there's certain things I can't do. There's certain things I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't go as far as saying they don't know shit, but don't try to, but stay in your lane. That's my best advice for a young motherfucker. Stay in your lane.
That's it.
My thing. Stay in your lane. Paul said he said it best. Stay in your lane. You know what I'm saying? And you won't look
Stay in your
lame.
lane now. Mm-hmm.
Stay in your lane and you won't look lame. That's the way I see it.
That's it.
So man,
like a lot of things. I mean, I'll admit a lot of things I don't know myself, but hey, I'm gonna find out on my own. You know?
Yeah.
So, but like you said, like some kids, hey, they need to stay in their lane, and then you also got to fault the parents on a lot of shit too.
I agree.
How they were raised.
Oh yeah.
You really got to fault how they were raised.
Yeah.
So it is what it is on that. So, but yeah, man. I mean, right now that shit. That's about it. That's about it. What I got to talk about. That's it. Because
a score update
about the David Blatt situation. I still think LeBron has something to do with that firing, man. I really do. David Blatt to me, David Blatt to me was a very good coach. But what's his name? Old birthday boy, LeBron, he's a Capricorn. Capricorns have sometimes. I'm not knocking. I'm not because most of my friends are Capricorns. My mom's Capricorn.
My brother is one. So. My brother is one as well.
I'm admit two things what a Capricorn is bad about. Not leaving well enough to fuck alone, and then when you said Leos have a massive ego. Man, put it with Capricorn too. Capricorns, man, they got a whoo. They got egos that's about as wrong as all outdoors, man.
Where me and my brother clash a lot because me and my answer, he's a Capricorn. We think a lot. We think alike. Mm-hmm. Capricorns are very negative people. Well, let me rephrase that. They can be negative people.
They're wish-washy.
And I have a lot of Capricorn friends. Shout out to my boy Relonomics 101.
They're very wish-washy though.
Yeah, they can be. They're very wise people, very hard-working people, but they can be on one. And this is not a diss to any of my homeboys that are Capricorn, because I have a lot of homeboys that are Capricorn. My brother is a Capricorn.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Yeah, my mom, she's a Capricorn too. And she will, but one thing about her, when I said something about leave well enough alone, she will come out and admit that's her to the fault anyway, because she ain't gonna leave shit well enough alone until it get on your nerves. That's how she is. I mean, she ain't being a douchebag. So, that's being what you call a douchebag, though. I mean, and like she said she don't give. One time she said she don't give a fuck. She gonna keep harping on something till it get done. So, but yeah, we all know LeBron. 23-6.
Damn. No, 23-19.
The fuck?
23-19. Gamecocks. This is the Auburn game versus UCF.
I see Vance Joseph gonna return as Broncos coach.
The shit is their fault. The shit is John Elway's fault. Let's keep it 2010 and speak truth and power. That is his fault. LSU took the lead 7-3. This is gonna look like it's gonna be a.
Okay. When LSU play Notre Dame, it's always gonna be a good one, man.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Brian Kelly looks like he about to be up out of there.
Well, he had a winning season this year. They only lost 2 games this year.
Yeah, but you know how Notre Dame, aka Notre Lane, is. They want a national title. And they expect like fucking unrealistic Cowboy fans.
Yeah.
Notre Dame, motherfucker. Let me tell you, Notre Dame fans, something. Fucker, something. And I'm calling you motherfuckers for a reason. This ain't the 1960s. This ain't the 1970s, and this ain't the 1980s. Where y'all can recruit whoever you wanted to, in you're a motherfucking private institution. You're a fucking Catholic school. Private institution is what it is, a private institution.
Institution.
So with that being said, you motherfuckers I have a less likely chance to get good recruits. If you can't recruit, your motherfucking asses can't win. Motherfucking unrealistic about every coach you bring in there, firing them their fourth and fifth season, sometimes their sixth season, if they make it that motherfucking far. You motherfucking Notre Dame fans is so fucking real unrealistic and Cowboy fans. Oh, we're gonna win the Super Bowl every year, and your ass ain't even in the motherfucking playoffs. So how about that? You know what I'm saying? Like the Cash Me Outside girl said. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna, what the fuck wrong with you motherfucking fans? Really recruit with having all those motherfucking academic standards and shit like that. 47, I think it is. Prop 48, whatever the hell they got. 48. Ever since Proposition 48 came into effect and live and direct in full effect, you're recruiting because you are a private institution. And for private institutions, recruit because the motherfuckers you recruit gotta make the motherfucking grade. Motherfucking Notre Dame fans, stop being so motherfucking unrealistic, motherfucker. Stop being escapist, for lack of a fucking better term. Because your team gonna continue to be 8B shit as long as you have this escapist ass mentality. And that's what I got to say on that.
Yeah, I don't have too much to say on it either, but I'm gonna tell you, Notre Dame fans, something. The reason why y'all had, and I still stick to it, and I ain't don't want to talk about nothing no more. The reason being why y'all had a good season was because y'all got rid of that cancer, DeShone Kizer. Well, he got rid of himself mainly. So and like I was telling you, Jimmy, that story there, that was more of a Kizer threw Brian Kelly threw Kizer under the bus, and then in turn Kizer threw him under the bus. But I mean, like I said, when you think about it, Kizer was never saying NBA ready. Kizer was not NFL ready. He's not NFL material, not right now. I mean, all these damn quarterbacks, and all these quarterbacks that you got coming out, like Lamar Jackson and everybody else. And Shannon Sharp made a point. Why nobody not talking about Lamar Jackson?
Well, Lamar say that he's not NFL ready, but at this point, he got to be. He needs to go to the NFL at this point. The way line got him killed this past season is as far as possible, as quick as possible.
No, I'm talking about DeShone Kizer not NFL ready. I know Lamar NFL ready.
Projection before the Cleveland Browns drafted
top 10.
We got to think about it.
Top 10.
Almost need to go, but unfortunately, he has to go at that point. Yeah. If he's a top 10 prospect,
but I know ESPN's golden boy. ESPN's golden boy. I already know he ain't gonna make it.
What are you talking about?
Baker Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield. You ain't shit for that boy. You clowning. You clowning and crowning, boy.
Let me ask you this, and I'm gonna end this off here. Have you ever heard Lamar Jackson be on the news about running from the police?
Not. And I don't plan on hearing about it.
You don't want to. Lamar stayed out of trouble.
Yeah.
But ESPN want to praise Baker Mayfield. And like when dude from the Tennessee Vols clapped at what's his name? when he clapped at Kirk Herbstreit talking about some congrats to my boy Baker Mayfield on winning the Heisman. That's when he clapped back on his ass. And I don't blame him. He said, yeah, this come from the guy who said I need to be kicked off the team.
Damn.
Kirk couldn't clap back on that shit, dude.
Well, it is what it is.
He couldn't. I will say, Shannon do got to clap. Shannon Sharp do got to clap back, man.
Oh yeah, it is what it is, bro. He do. Yep. I mean, he's the king of Jonas for years in the NFL. He's the biggest Tony. I'll tell you that, but I definitely.
That's why ESPN don't want it.
Fox News, every once in a while, they'll bring in people to debate with them to make the bad guy. They always use that good guy, bad guy scenario. And that's kind of a good thing for Fox News. The motherfucker running it, Rupert Murdoch, shitlock, is a fucking racist. Let's just speak truth to power. That motherfucker's as racist as hell. But what I can respect about that operation, the job of having that good guy, bad guy scenario in there. And they will bring a motherfucker like a Tariq Nasheed or somebody pro-black community. I'm talking about motherfuckers that put in work, not niggas that's doing all this hotep talking and shit. We're talking about real.
Yeah.
Them compete with their Fox News people. Respect Fox News to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? And there needs to be uncomfortable that goes on. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Take it away, man. Take it away, man.
Yeah. But I mean, that that's all I gotta say, man, because I'm getting ready. I gotta step back out, I gotta do some more running. Then not to mention I gotta use the bathroom. So
okay.
But man, with that being said, we'll wrap this up, man. We hope we enlighten you guys, hope we enlighten everybody in the first show to 2018, kicking it off, talking about just NFL news and stuff, and gave some you guys some competition. Gave you guys some wisdom and some pointers on a lot of things. And also, like I said, if we got some young listeners that's out there, listen to me. You don't know everything. You don't. You would start from home. You know, have time. You don't know everything, but it doesn't hurt to read a book every now and then or whatever, or get on the internet and stuff like that. It also doesn't hurt you all to talk to somebody. You know, like the most stupidest shit I ever heard somebody tell me was, I just give my phone to text me on Facebook. I don't like talking on the phone. You're gonna have to have some form of communication with somebody in case something hit the fan. How you expect for a job interview call you if they want to do a job, a phone, you know, if, like for example, if they want to do job interviews by Skype, you know, which they're doing right now. You know,
most definitely.
That you know, you're still being considered talking on the phone. Okay. You just can't sit there and say, I'll just use my phone, talk and text. I don't like talking on the phone. You still talk on the phone when you're texting? That's a form of communication.
Yeah.
So that's why I just said, you know, young folks, do your shit. Do your homework for you. Start trying to spit some knowledge to some of us older cats.
And Zeke Red Phoenix up in the chat room. Shout out to him, brother Coach Harrison. I know he be having a lot of shit to do during the day. He has a community center out there, and definitely subscribe to his page, Coach Sheldon Harrison Combat Sports. You'll learn a lot about combat sports, boxing. And shout out to Elm City in the chat room as well. You know, I feel like my original 10 in the chat room. You know what I'm saying? That's what I call them. The original 10, man. The real big 10 in my chat room. That's what I call them because, man, if I have one viewer, 2 viewers, 3 viewers, it's going to be the same 10 viewers out there. So much respect for all of the viewers and the people in the live chat room. So we're going to wrap this up, man. Smooth
Oh
live.
yeah.
You had anything else to say before we wrap this up?
Other than that, man, just big shout out to everybody on this nobody in particular. Everybody, happy new year and stuff like that. Hope y'all have a prosperous 2018 because I know I will. Also, let's draw on something will premiere January 8th. Your boy Jimmy J Smooth and I'll be breaking down these two playoff games and along who we think will win the championship. And that's it. And whatever other topics we got. Episode number 2 is gonna be to be determined. So I'm gonna see if anybody be interested anybody's interested in joining me on that. So other than that, my show, let's draw on something. We're gonna be talking about sports. We're gonna be talking about sports, social issues. Every so often politics. Very so often, not much. You know, your views on your religious views and stuff like that. And plus, I got some guys that subscribe me from my snk.capcom.com group on Facebook. They didn't subscribe to me. I'm gonna be talking about video games and shit. So other than that, let's draw on something. Gonna be one badass show, and everybody will not be disappointed. But until then, this is Craig Smith representing the area code 256. Your boy Jimmy J Smooth from the 832. Happy New Year. And on behalf of him, we out this motherfucker.
All right, man. Y'all have a good one, man, and enjoy your holidays. Peace out.
All right.